we were discussing a chapter number 1, the living body. In the previous session, in this chapter, we have learned regarding the binomial nomenclature system, which was proposed by the Carolus Linus. Even we have also learned the meaning of few terms like identification, classification, taxonomy, and systematics. Now, in the previous session, we have already learned that how many species estimated that exist in the world. So, it is an estimate that 5 million to 50 million species that exist in the world. Okay, this much number of living species that exist in the world. From this estimate, this is an estimate, we have not still discovered all of them, it is an estimate. Okay, and from this, how many species have been identified till today? Till today, we have identified 1.7 million to 1.8 million species have been identified till today. Okay, so these are the number of species which are identified till today. Okay, clear? Still, if you see this number is too much big. 1.7 million to 1.8 million species we have identified. Okay, and it is virtually, you can say that, impossible to learn all the species in the just 2 year or the 1 year. It is not possible. Okay, so what we have done, we have tried to arrange this all the living organism based on characteristics into a group. Okay, and we are calling it as classification. What we are calling it as? Classification. When the classification is done in the scientific manner or in systemic manner, we are calling it as a taxonomy, and each class is considered as a taxon. Okay, so here we will learn, today we are going to learn regarding the taxonomical categories. Taxonomical categories of a living organism. Okay, so let's start with the taxonomical categories of a living organism. So what we have to learn today? We have to learn the taxonomical categories. See, here in the taxonomy we are classifying. So here we are, what we are doing? We are classifying based on its characteristics. So classification, this classification is not a single step process. It is not a single step process. Okay, here the living organisms, they are going to be grouped or classified in a series of processes. What that means? The classification is, in this simple word you can say that classification is a hierarchy. Okay, hierarchy, that means one after the another after the next. Okay, so it is a hierarchy. In this hierarchy, the each step in hierarchy, or each step is considered as, that is considered as category, or you can also call it as rank. As they are the categories and the rank of taxonomy, you can also call it as taxonomical categories. Okay, what you can say that? Taxonomical category, or you can also call it as taxonomical rank. Okay, so today we have to learn this taxonomical categories and taxonomical rank. So I again repeat, what is a taxonomical category? See, here we are grouping or we are classifying the living organism, but the classification is not a single step process. It is a hierarchical process. Includes a multiple steps or multiple levels, you can say that. In this hierarchy, each level that is represented as a category or rank, and as it is in the taxonomy, we can call it as taxonomical category or the taxonomical rank. Okay, and this is a hierarchy what is going to be formed. You can also call it as taxonomical hierarchy. It can also be called as taxonomical hierarchy. Okay, I will explain you with the example of one kind of a hierarchy that we are going to learn. By doing a lots of research, we formed the taxonomical hierarchy. So this is a taxonomical hierarchy and the categories what we have formed. The smallest one is species. Remember, these species, they constitute together, it forms genus. Okay, this genus combines together, it forms family. This family which combines together, it forms order. Clear? This order combines together, it forms class. Okay, I am going in this way. The class, they combines together, it forms a phylum or division. And this phylum and division, they combines together, it forms a kingdom. Okay, clear? So this is what going to be formed. Due to a lack of space, I have written over here, but I am rearranging. Just remember a name, so you can again remember a name. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, and the kingdom. I am again writing, so you can learn it proper way. Okay, and I can also draw in a proper way. So I am again writing this one, starting with the smallest one. Okay, you can call it as species. This is the smallest taxonomical category. Okay, these species which constitute together and it forms a genus. This is the second category. Okay, a genus. This is going to be formed. Okay, genus that combines together and it forms a family. Okay, what it forms? It forms a family. Okay, this family which combines together, what it forms? It forms order. Okay, what it forms? Order. Okay, this is what it forms, order. Next, this order combines together, it forms a class. What it forms? Class. Okay, now this class combines together and what it forms? It forms a phylum or division. Okay, so this is a phylum and the division. Okay, and next this phylum and the division which combines together, it forms kingdom. Clear? So this is a hierarchy: species, genus, family, order, class, phylum or division, and the kingdom. This is the smallest one, this is the largest one in the rank wise or in the category wise. This one is called as taxonomical category. This can also be called as taxonomical category. Similarly, this all they are considered as taxonomical category or the rank. But the whole one is, this is a hierarchy. Okay, this is called as taxonomical hierarchy. What it can be called as? Taxonomical hierarchy. Okay, now we have to learn each taxonomical category today. We will learn its definition and I will explain you what is the meaning of that taxonomical category. You have to remember, this is the most important question that is going to be asked, and it is a hierarchy, so you cannot change a sequence. Species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Okay, clear? This is what the hierarchy or taxonomical hierarchy. Let's discuss one by one. Starting with the first one, that is the smallest one, that is called as a species. So what is a species? Species is, it is a group of individuals with most similar characteristics. Okay, so what is a species? Species are the group of individuals with the most similar characteristics. This is called as a species. Like I will give you with some examples. Like take an example of a potato. The scientific name of this potato is Solanum tuberosum. So here the species, the name of species is tuberosum. This is the name of the species. Clear? I will give you one more example. Like take an example of a lion. If you take the scientific name of a lion, the scientific name of a lion is Panthera leo. So here what is the name of species? Here the name of species is a leo. Okay, clear? Similarly, it's going to be happen in number of cases. Like I will give you one more example. Say take an example of a fruit fly. Fruit fly. Okay, in a fruit fly, the scientific name of fruit fly is Drosophila melanogastro. So here I hope you have understood what is the name of species. This is the name of species. So this is the name of species which are individuals or group of individuals with most common characteristic. This is called as species. This is called as species. Clear? Okay. So this is about the species. Second category, what we can say that it is a genus. The second category is a genus. So what is a genus? Let's talk about the genus. So what is a genus? A genus is a group of individuals, or specifically a group of, I am writing it specifically, the group of species with more common characteristics, Okay, this is called as a genus. I will explain you with an example. Like for an example, if you take in the case of a plant. Okay, I will carry first example of a plant. In a plant, potato, tomato, brinjal. See, these all are the different species like Solanum nigrum, Solanum tuberosum, Solanum, and so and so. So these all, they are coming from the same genus. See, they all have a same genus, that is a Solanum. I will explain you with a more specific example of a potato. That you know the name of potato now. So it is known as Solanum tuberosum. The tuberosum, this is the tuberosum. Okay, this tuberosum is the name of a species, but this Solanum, it's a name of a genus. What it is? It's a name of a genus. Okay, clear? So the potato, tomato, brinjal, they are the different species. But they have a common genus. They have some common characteristics. So they fall under the Solanum. Okay, so they are called as a genus. Okay, similarly I can also explain it with the example of animals. Like say, if you see the name of a lion, you know the name of a lion. What is the name of a lion? You can so call it as Panthera leo, where the leo is the species. If you see the name of tiger, the biological name of tiger, then it is Panthera tigris. And if you see the biological name of leopard, then it is Panthera pardus. So here you can see that this leo, tigris, they are pardus, they are the species, but they have some common characteristic. So they fall under the same genus. Here, in all the cases, the genus is same. Okay, so it's a group of species with more common characteristic. That is called as a Panthera. That is called as a genus. Like in this case, the Panthera is the genus. Okay, so this is what you can call it as genus. Means different species or group of different species which have a common characters, they have a common genus. Okay, those who have a common characteristic, they have a common genus. Okay, so this is called as a genus. Okay, now we move ahead. Now many genus combine together and forms a next, what you can say, a family. See, the next one is family. So what is a family? The family is a group of genera, or you can say a genus. The singular is genus, the plural is genera. Okay, the group of genera with less common characteristics. Less common characteristics. This is called as a family. Okay, I will explain you with an example. Like you know that, now you know that all of you, that potato, tomato, brinjal, all these have a common genus, what we call it as Solana. But if you take the datura, okay, or you can say a petunia, okay, so the genus of potato, datura and the petunia, they are not same, they are different. The genus of, I can repeat, the genus of potato, datura and the petunia are not same. The genus of these are same, Solana. But the genus of this potato or tomato and the datura and petunia, they are not same, they are different. So group of this different genus, a group of different genus, a group of genera, okay, with less common characteristic, they also fall in the same family. Okay, so they fall in the same family, and here the family of all this is, what is the name of family? It is called as Solanaceae. Okay, which family they fall under? I am writing over here again. In which family they are falling? It is called as Solanaceae family. Okay, so this is, what is a family? Family, the group of genera with less common characteristic. This is called as a family. Even I also explain it with an example of an animal. This is an example of a plant. Now regarding the animals, all of you know that lion, tiger, even leopard, they all have a common genus, what we call it as Panthera. Okay, in all the cases, Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, Panthera pardus, in all the cases they have a common genus, what we call it as Panthera. But if you talk about the cat, okay, so this cat, they have some different genus. But if you compare the lion and the cat, or the tiger and the cat, the leopard and cat, then you can find some similar characteristic, okay, between them. So this is, they fall under the same family. Okay, this is called as Felidae. Okay, so see, this is called under the same family. You might have known that the tiger and the cat has a very common characteristic. बराबर, हम बोलते हैं बिल्ली मासी और बिल्ली मौसी. Okay, why we are calling? Or if you see the look and the appearance of the tiger and the cat, that is very much similar, or the leopard and cat, that is very much similar, because they are falling in the same family. See here, the cat, that is a Felis. Here the genus of this cat is Felis. Okay, this is a genus. See, lion and the cat, they have a different genus, Panthera and the Felis. But they have a common characteristic, though it has a less common characteristic, they fall under the same family, that is called as a Felidae. Okay, so this is called as a family. Okay, so we have discussed regarding species, genus, family. I again repeat and then I go ahead. What is a species? It is a group of individuals with common characteristic, or most of the common characteristic. Genus, it is a group of species, okay, with more common characteristic. This is a genus. Family, it's a group of genera with less common characteristic. This is called as a family. Okay. Now this family constitute and they aggregate and it forms an order. So let's start with the another, that is an order. See. So now we are moving ahead with an order. See, until now we have seen that it is a group of individuals, it is a group of species, it is a group of genera. But now from these onwards, they have an aggregate characters, not a similar characters, they have an aggregate characters. So now onwards, from order onwards, there is an aggregation of characters. So what is an order? The order has an aggregate characters. It has an aggregate characters. Okay, clear? Like for an example, if I say, or if I tell you with example, then you know that lion, next is cat, okay, next one is a dog. Now you know that here the genera of this lion is Panthera, okay, here somewhat other, it is a Felis, Okay, the dog, that is something else. The lion and cat, they falls under the same family, what we call as Felidae. The dog, that doesn't falls in the same category or same family, because if you see the characteristic of lion, cat and the dog, then they are different. The cat and the dog doesn't look a similar one, or the lion and cat doesn't look a similar one. But so it falls under the something other family. What you can say, Canceridae. The family of dog is Canceridae. But if you see the aggregate character, what is the common between the Felidae and the Canceridae? Okay, Felidae, that is the family of lion, cat, tiger, leopard, etc. And the Canceridae, it's a family of dog. So what is the common? What is the aggregate character of these two? So that is considered as order. So here if you compare what is the common in that, then both are carnivores. Both are carnivores. So this carnivore is a order. What is called as carnivore is an order. Clear? Fine. So this is about, like I explaining with example with a tiger, lion. In Panthera leo, leo is the species, Panthera is the genus, its family is, you can say, a Felidae, okay, and what is its order? That comes under the carnivores, okay. Next, now we are moving ahead. Many orders, they combine together and form a class. So now class. So it's an aggregate of orders. What is a class? It is an aggregate of orders. Okay, the aggregate of order, that is considered as a class. Like for an example, if you consider that, like for an example, you say primates. Okay, what is a primates? Like chimpanzee, gorilla, etc., etc., etc. Okay, see a dog, see a cat. Okay, these all are a different, they comes from the different orders. Okay, they comes from the different orders. But if you see their class, they have a common class. What you can say, they are mammals. They all have a mammary gland. So it is an aggregate of orders. What we call it as a class. Like here the class of primate, dog, cat, or you can say tiger, they comes under all, they comes under the mammals. Okay, so this is a class. Next, similarly, phylum. What is a phylum? Phylum is same. It is an aggregate, or phylum or the division. This is an aggregate of order. Many orders, they unite together and form a phylum. Like for an example, if I say that, say mammals, this tiger, lion, leopard, elephant, dog, cat, they falls under this mammals category, or the primates like monkey, chimpanzee, gorilla, apes, they all fall under the mammals. Okay, clear? So the order is that is a class is a mammal. Okay, but if you see, I am taking you another example, fishes. There is a one more class, amphibians. Those who live in both water and land. This is another class, reptiles. They have another class. So this is an aggregate of class. Phylum is an aggregate of class. Here I have to change it. It is not order. It is an aggregate of class. So these are the different classes, mammals, fishes, amphibians, reptiles. These are the different classes, and they combine together and form phylum. So what is a phylum of it? This is a chordata. That means they have a presence of notochord. What they have a presence of notochord. So aggregate of this class, this is called as phylum or the division. And many phylum or the divisions, many phylums and divisions, like phylum like Porifera, Platyhelminthes, Escalminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Molluscas, Echinodermatars, they all together, these are the different kind of phylum, okay, they unite together form a kingdom. Like they all fall under the animal kingdom. They all are animal, so they falls under the animal kingdom. Okay, so I write down what is a kingdom. The kingdom, it's a group of different phylums or aggregate of phylums. What is a kingdom? Kingdom is aggregate of phylum. So I just write the different phylum for your reference. Okay, see Chordata, next Annelida, Arthropoda. I am not writing all the one, but there are few examples. Echinodermata or Porifera. These are the different phylums. Okay, they all together, they all are comes under the same kingdom. What we call it as animal kingdom. Okay, what is there common in the animal? They all are animals. This is a common. So this is called as taxonomical hierarchy and its category. Each one is a category. This is a one category, taxonomical category. This is another one. This is another. This. This is the lowest rank and this is the highest rank. Remember, species is the lowest taxonomical category or the lowest taxonomical rank, or smallest you can say that, and this one is a largest or the highest rank. So species, a group of individual. Genus, it's a group of species. Family, it's a group of genera with less common characters. Order, it's an aggregate of family. Class, it's aggregate of order. Phylum, it's aggregate of class. And the kingdom, it's aggregate of phylum. You have to remember this sequence. It is very much important, and this is called as taxonomical categories. These taxonomical categories have been developed after a lots of research, and now we learn this. Okay, so students, learn it thoroughly. Keep learning, keep watching, like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.